Greetings, family. This is Kevin Orosz. In this video, I'm going to be speaking into the magician archetype for the masculine and how the knowledge of the wise men, the knowledge and wisdom passed down to us through masculine ritual elders is essential for the modern man to tap into and recognize and acknowledge within himself. And this is continuing my series of exploring the four masculine archetypes, and really excited to share this knowledge as I've embodied and experienced it in my own life, which I'm of course a student, and they say the fastest way to learn is to teach. So this is what I'm inviting men and women into in my new course, Masculine Mastery, which is a 4-week introduction into all these concepts. So let's talk about the magician archetype. The magician archetype is that part of the man that is prayerful, mindful, the part of the man that is an alchemist and an intuitive, who understands the secret knowledge or the hidden knowledge that governs cause and effect in the natural world. So you can imagine the archetypal role that these men played in our ancient past in the village and the tribe. And this is the moniker of the shaman, the wizard, the elder, the wise man, right? The mage. And there's beautiful examples all throughout literature and film. Gandalf, Merlin, Obi-Wan. These are characters that end up guiding in their mature form, in their old age and mature form. They end up guiding kings and princes. They also end up becoming the healer or knower of a community as a representative of the divine in masculine form. So they would be the one running the rituals, performing the healings, performing ceremonies that transition the individual and the culture from one phase to another. So they end up becoming stewards and guardians of ritual. Now, for the modern man, and for myself, my experience of the magician archetype is, as a man, what is your connection to nature? Or what we might call all that is, the divine, God. What is your connection to that? However you relate to it. And this is where prayer, mantra, affirmation, visualization can help center this awareness. This is also where the aspect of meditation, a ritual or routine, which I believe is absolutely essential for all men to have in some form, to still the mind and heart and bring them into coherence and connect up to spirit or the unseen. Now, why is it important to do that? This archetype governs the transformation and healing information and wisdom that is available in the human body and in the nervous system. So physiologically, this is where through that ritual, and it can be anything, a hike in nature, a meditation, a form of breath work, the various beautiful plant allies that are available to us. Even a ritual with tea can awaken this archetype to commune with yourself and with nature. And when the magician archetype is online, there is a sense of deep peace, a deep creativity and emergence that comes through. And this is where wisdom or living wisdom and knowledge is actualized. So examples of this are men that have a deep relationship to their environment. So that means to the land, to the animals, to the plants. This also means deep relationship within the village. So a man embodying this archetype will be able to relate to other men because he recognizes the divine nature in them, and so can relate directly to it because he's realized it inside of himself. And so I posit to you, this is extremely important for modern masculinity to integrate. And being cut off from the magician archetype is where a lot of fear and panic and paranoia, and where a man can actually feel like he's cut off from God. And he actually doesn't have the knowledge and awareness to transform or heal himself out of a negative phase. So this archetype governs those phase transitions. It's an alchemy. So my invitation to you, my challenge to you, whether you're a man or you're in a relationship to a man, which of course we all are, awakening this archetype is about stillness. And in a world of chaos, in a world where there's constant motion and speeding up energy, it's very important you have a relationship to silence, to stillness, and the natural world. That's your doorway and gateway. into the magician archetype. And it's very simple, but not easy, because you have to create and cultivate a ritual space that you can then enter into. So this requires that time and commitment. This also requires trusting your intuition. So the intuitive function can't be explained by the mind. It's not logical. It doesn't follow linear cause and effect. And so the man that masters that, and the man that has awareness of synchronicity, meaningful coincidences on his path in purpose, in relationship, and in his body, is going to manifest more creativity, more healing, and a wisdom force. He's going to become a wise man. This is the archetype that creates good elders, that creates wise men, and the guardians of transformation that our culture is in such need of. If you're enjoying this video and you've gained something from it, please tag somebody below. Share in the comments what your relationship to the magician archetype is, and be sure to hit share, because this, I really believe, as part of the reawakening masculine, is going to become imperative in the next 100 years of humanity's future.